had to ask AT2 and Perry to come on. Usually I do these things by myself, but I can't lie, people. I can't lie. Don't make me do it.
Please don't lie.
I did not like the reunion. There, I said it.
Hated it.
It was
Terrible.
This is all Andy Cohen's fault. This is all Andy Cohen's fault. But first, let me talk to you about Erika Girardi, because she's in the news late. So the rumor is that Erika's pissed that Andy Cohen didn't drag the hell out of Jen Shah the way that she feels that he did her. And AT2 Perry, we're gonna give her a little credit. He did really, really drag the hell out of Erika, but there's reasons. But anyway, somebody posted this really quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me. Someone says, "Oh, to be a fly on the wall when Erika Jayne calls Andy Cohen after seeing the Salt Lake City reunion, and she said, what happened? She feels that he didn't do to her Jen Shah what he did to her. Now, what were you going to say about that, Perry?
No, the whole thing is this. That wasn't Jen Shah's whole thing for the whole season. Erika came in the season robbing folks. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying she came in. That was a storyline every week while everybody watched. So that was her storyline. So at the reunion, let's talk about your storyline. That became Jen Shah's later on.
And but here's another thing.
If Erika is stupid enough to talk about the shit that she shouldn't be talking about before she go to court.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't get mad at Jen Shah because she's smart enough to say, I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Right. Thank you, Natalie. She learned from Erika.
Yeah.
She learned from Erika from your stupid ass mistakes.
And here's another thing Jen Shah didn't do. She didn't tell bold-faced lies like it snows in Pasadena.
Right. Car flipped 5 times and he just had a headache. Come on now.
Exactly. Jen was smarter not to answer the questions. Like, you can't be mad at her because she looked at your dumb ass who answered everything and incriminated herself. Of course, Jen Shah realized that she might go to jail. So she's not going to say everything to incriminate herself. Erika is trying to make sure that she can buy some more diamond earrings with orphans' monies and shit like that. That's what Erika is worried about. She's not worried about the real stuff she should be worried about. So with Jen, she realizes that this is serious. And yeah, I might go to jail. Erika, she's loopy-loo, and then she's all like, look at my life with her little pony. Look at my life. But like, look at your life. You're still rich. Like, shut up. Nobody feels sorry for you.
Exactly.
Hold on, Kenilo, I'm going to drop the link for you. I tried to call you. I'm only doing this review, by the way, because of Kenilo. I wanted to skip this
too, right? Like, Erika's situation is different. Tom is on trial, not Erika. Mm-hmm. Jen is on trial in this one, not her husband.
Right.
I'm not going to go on there and shit. I wouldn't even speak on nothing. I'd be like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because they asked him why the husband ain't getting grilled and stuff like that. First of all, he's not in the indictment or anything like that. Yeah. Why should he speak? He's not going to incriminate himself. Yep. That's smart. Why would he incriminate himself?
Yep. Did he have the diamond earrings?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did he get 25 million transferred to his account? Erika.
Right, exactly.
There, I dropped the link, Kenilo. It's just the whole thing. The whole thing, people are saying that Sharif was lying about saying that he was at the hospital. He was lying.
Well, I don't believe that story because it was a gap there too. It just didn't make sense.
Oh yeah, we didn't believe him, but we gonna cut him some slack though.
We know it was you. Hold on, let me bring up Kenilo. We know it was you, Kenilo. I mean, not Kenilo. Sharif on the other end of the phone, tipping off your wife. Get out of there! Get out of there! Feds are here.
Or it could have been Jen Shah Sugar Daddy on the other line. Like, get out! I don't know. Allegedly.
Nobody believed that story. Nobody. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Sharif knew as much as everybody think he did. And the only reason why I'm saying that because wait. The reason why I'm saying that because I know if you're in the same household, you're supposed to know what's going on.
Right.
Look at Erika. She sit up here. I didn't know nothing. Tom didn't tell me nothing.
We know she was lying.
Right. But see, Sharif is always on the road as a coach, so that's the only reason that I'm kind of like giving him this benefit of the
Okay,
doubt.
no.
Community,
No,
please.
I mean,
I love you.
let's
You're my
stop
boy.
your
Please
theory
shut
right
up.
there, dude.
Please,
Just stop it right there.
Okay. But
But I feel like that gives him like a reason, like an excuse, like an alibi, like, oh, I was traveling, I was gone. Because I'm Team Sharif. I don't want him to go to jail. You know,
Yeah, we
Jen
don't
Shah,
want him to go to
that's
jail, but we know when he's lying.
No, I feel you there, right? But the whole thing is this, right? If I know I made $495,000 a year, but you living on a budget, when you go home, it's like $2 million. You got to figure something going on.
Yeah. Come on, Sharif.
Now,
You
he
don't
was a
ask
lawyer.
her why she has
He was an attorney and all this stuff. So it's not like you talking to somebody off love out the lockup. You know what I'm saying?
Scary. Listen. I can't take this anymore. You don't ask her why she has 12 to 15 assistants.
Well,
that would be a question.
Right.
And I would ask that too, because my wife ain't no guy gonna be coming to pick my wife up 4 or 5 times a day to take her.
You're talking about Stu?
Not only that.
It's not gonna happen.
How she fed him the banana, and you know he carrying her like he's like that's her man and knight in shining. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like,
like for a pyramid scheme, what do you need a glam team for? That is suspicious because a pyramid scheme, you just trying to hustle people and get them to sign up for your pyramid scheme. But what do you need a glam squad? It is a little weird, I will admit. But we live in different times. That's what I'm going to say. We live in different times.
Hey, I went AT on this one. This
had to be one of the worst reunions of all time. And let me tell you who I blame: Andy Cohen. He took one of the best. When are you going to find another cult leader that's married to their damn grandfather?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Never. This could have been her final. This could have been her final hurrah. They could have sent her off with a blazing reunion because that woman sitting over there who should remain nameless. I don't like the bitch. I'm glad she ain't coming back, but we could have used Mary instead of her.
But look. Okay, so look, we had to save Andy Cohen for Beverly Hills because he was going very easy on Erika at first till people start saying, you're lying. You mean to tell me that he was in a coma 12 hours and you didn't know? Okay,
right.
So we had to produce that show. Now he wants us to come through with this one. Why didn't Andy Cohen call Dan, Uncle Ernie? Have him at the milkshake shop when she's going in there like, what? Huh? It's Andy Cohen's fault.
Could have called Perry.
Right.
Yeah, he could have had Uncle Ernie show up at a party. He could have brought on. He tried to bring on camera. It wasn't good enough. He should have been asking the questions in the interviews. When they do their interviews, and they'd be like, "Is Cameron more to you than a friend?"
Y'all know what Mary would have did. Her guys like, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't talk like this. I'm leaving because. Is
that supposed to be Mary?
Well, it has to do because they was on the spot.
It was the worst reunion of all time.
They did. You know what? The regular episode was better than part 1, part 2, part 3.
Right.
Women, they'll scream out, "Oh, you itch," and then they'll come back and it don't supposed to go down like that, people.
Right.
Everything is bad.
We need some shooting and stabbing, okay? We got to get to the bottom of this, and we need to know who the hell is cheating on who.
Yeah, I mean, why didn't they bring the guy on?
Now y'all know
Mike, my ass. I need to know what's going on with this relationship. Okay,
as an Uber driver.
Right.
I could have got in touch with Harry from New York quicker than they did. They didn't even mention his name. The whole show sucked so bad. Should we start writing Andy Cohen hate letters?
No, I mean, well,
he probably already gets them.
Probably.
Yeah, and then he's probably going through enough pain right now because this show needs to be trashed.
Yeah.
No, if you don't got Mary come back, and I think that some people ride a horse too long. When the horse is tired, put him to sleep. We got to move on.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Dallas.
Maybe they need to change the whole damn format. The whole format, because people
They
watch the
all
Housewives.
jumped on Lisa. No one mentioned. First of all, no one mentioned that Meredith looked like a blue Big Bird. They're acting like her outfit looks normal. They didn't mention
normal,
that.
yeah.
They didn't mention how whiny and crybaby she is. How she was holding down Jen Shah.
I mean, she came in all those ruffles on like she need a flea and tick collar or something on or something. I'm just
she was
telling you,
holding down.
it's too much for me.
Well, see,
Yeah, it's just how she kept protecting Mary, a cult leader.
Sharrell, you hurting him. You hurting Canelo.
What?
You hurting him because he loved this sad ass show that need to go bye.
You ain't coming for my bag, Perry. We ain't finna fight about
No. You love this show. I mean, it's like your holy Bible. And sometimes I think you go to Mary's church.
But you know what? I will say this: they should have paid Mary They need to pay Mary whatever money to come back so we can ask her all these questions about the cult and everything. And we need Uncle Ernie, everybody on the show. They need Mary. If they do not have Mary,
82,
and they need Dan.
But Perry, Canelo, Perry has a point. I think you are a cult member.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can tell by the headphones. I'm just telling you, something ain't right. And he's going to that damn church.
Sarah, I can't even tell you what the street with that church is. Okay? I already told you I don't like that weird wearing hag. Don't do me. You know I be cussing Mary out. Don't do me.
You love this show.
We think you go to Mary's church because...
Dude, I'd rather go to the library at midnight. Okay? I'm telling you that shit is that bad.
It's bad.
But it's the format. They should have never had a damn show, a Housewives in Utah. Most people started watching Housewives, I think, years ago.
Perry.
They wanted to see how the rich live and all that.
No, Perry, it's not true. It's not true. Because they had good storylines. You could have pulled out Meredith's lover.
Right.
You could have asked her, did she munch on Jen's carpet?
You
could have did that.
You're right about that. That's what I'm talking about.
Lisa Barlow, the one that was talking supposedly on a hot mic, you need her to say that during the arguments. You got to put her on blast.
At least,
did you really feel that way?
At least break out.
Now, what they should have did when she was having a hot mic moment, someone should have said, "Meredith, go upstairs right now."
I mean,
go upstairs right now because Lisa wants to tell you something.
No, when she would have turned into the victim. She'd be like, "Oh, Meredith, I didn't say anything. They just put that in there. They edited like that. That was not me. I just don't know. Oh my god!"
No, what they should have did, because they watched all the episodes like the night before, because they film it before the season. What they should have did was all like, and we have a hot mic moment, and just dropped it in the middle of the reunion, rather than dropped it in the middle of the reunion.
Right.
And she's like, "Oh my god, I didn't know this."
Boom.
That would have
exactly. She back there putting powder on. That ain't get half of New York. What?
Now that's for me was when they had said that question, like, what did you think when Lisa said that Meredith slept with half of New York? Well, did she tell you I slept with the other half? I'm like, really?
And you know what? When he said that,
Perry, let's talk about what AT2 just said. Can you imagine what would have happened if they all went to the reunion, no one knew about the tape, and they played the tape for the first time for Meredith?
Oh my God, I would have popcorn, tea, Pepsi, ice cream.
That
would have been the best. Oh, I would have not even stopped talking about it. I would have called you. Sharrell said, "Look, get your butt up. We going live now." We ain't wait to the next day. That would have been juicy.
Terrible. Let me start taking calls because this video is not going to be long.
Right. Y'all ain't gonna keep on doing Salt Lake like this.
But what I'm telling you is they get to get rid of the whole format. All this housewife and people want to believe in, oh, these girls are so rich. Ain't neither one of them had a job they had when they was robbing people. So this should be better filmed than Magic City parking lot.
Because did Andy Cohen even ask Meredith, why do you rent your house?
Wow, he didn't even ask.
No, I don't think he even asked about that.
Why does your husband keep changing jobs? And he lets us give these watered down answers. It's just the worst show on television.
Well, I'm gonna say this with Jen. there's nothing can be said because we all saw what happened to her. We all know that her behind is guilty. We all know that she's going to trial. They are filming because y'all remember y'all told me they pushed the trial back to July. So they're filming now. So they're going to try to get as much film as they can of her going to trial. So we ain't got to worry about asking, her no hard questions because all the hard questions are going to be asked during the season and we're going to get to see it in real time.
Well, no, they postponed it till June. It's not March anymore.
June. No, that's what I know you and Sharrell had told me. I thought it was July when y'all said it. So I thought it was June. I said July.
I can't take it. I'm not going to review this show anymore. This is it. I will go to Canilo's channel. Everybody go to Canilo's channel.
Right,
because I'm done.
Go over there for this sorry ass shit. And they might as well bring Dallas back.
I'm not going to
bring
pretend
Dallas
anymore.
Back. I'd rather put on a cowboy hat and some damn boots.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see Perry standing outside his job. How you doing, Perry?
I'm out here on a smoke break.
Perry is out here trying to take my damn job, so I'm glad he got his.
Right.
Lola, what did you think of the reunion?
Okay, I feel where y'all coming from, but I don't feel like it's as bad as y'all saying because I did like when Andy. Hold on, let me.
Smoke weed every day.
Sharrell, if you don't calm down in your kimono.
Hey, Sharrell, you need another one. Sharrell, you need another thing to say. Smoke weed about 4 or 5 times a day.
No, wait. When Andy asked Jen, I thought it was a good moment when he asked Jen to describe what that meant. That what Whitney had described. And then he read her charges and it exactly went with what she had defined. I felt like that was a good moment because he had it caught up for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, that was a good moment. Other than that, I don't know. It was interesting. I did.
So
now you starting to come around. Lola, you starting to come around. You basically saying this shit was boring. It's boring.
I don't even remember that moment she talking about right now.
No. Huh? I know what she's saying. It's like I mean, she sit through part 1, part 2, part 3, still hoping Santa come early, right? Then he mentioned a little bit about the case. Well, what the charges is, and she's like, "Well, I don't know." What you mean you don't know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, he should have pressed more on that because how are you facing 50 years?
You can't press a person who ain't gonna talk. The person he needs to press is in damn Utah.
50 days. It's not 5 days. It's 50 years. Like that's something to question.
Let me ask you this, Lola, since you want to be a Salt Lake City lover.
Yes,
who were you writing for on the show? Who do you think did the best job?
No, I'm looking at it objectively. I'm not saying it was great. I'm just pointing out moments that at least were semi-okay. I agree with you. Can you give me a moment, Lola?
Can you give me a moment?
Lisa ass.
Lola, we see
it was nice seeing people come after Lisa. It was nice. Because I feel like she is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice. Heather, Fairweather was letting her have it. Every time she said something, it was like attacking. So, I mean, they had her ass roasted on the open fire. I feel like that was good.
But here's the thing with Heather. I like Heather Gay, but she needs a wingman.
Her and Whitney.
Why can't she just stand up for herself? Why does she need a tag team?
You said Heather need a man?
Shrek and Donkey.
And she needs a man.
Yeah, okay. Add that to
well, she did come for Jen like a couple of times in the episode, but at the point.
I mean, but what good is that? I mean, you know you're lying. Oh, give me a hug.
I feel like Heather and Whitney are the Robin of Salt Lake City.
What did you say? Say it again, AT2.
Heather and Whitney are the Robin of Salt Lake City. Compared to Robin and Potomac, Robin has no point on being on the show. Get rid of her. So just the thing with Heather and Whitney, get rid of them. They have no point.
No, I love it.
You can have anybody make little side comments. You can have anybody do that.
You basically saying that's their goal to be like Robin and
I just now noticed this. AT2, what do you have on your nameplate?
Right, the Cash App King. Somebody
the Cash App King. Remember how everybody used to be all like, "Oh, you always begging for money, right?" And people even named me ATM, right? But now people are doing 10-hour lives saying, "If you don't give me money, I'm gonna end this live right now." And people are giving them money. Yeah. I used to be ashamed to ask for a little Cash App. Now I ain't ashamed. I'm the Cash App King.
And next you gonna have T-shirts.
They called him ATM. That's
Yes, they sure did, because they would come up in chat. He would be talking.
You better get you a job at Perry. Perry, hook him up with an application over there.
It's 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
he can have what
tell
he need
everybody what your Cash App is, AT2.
It's $, the real AT2.
They know it's $. It's $sign for everybody first.
Hold on, let me bring up another caller.
But they
This
be
is getting
forgetting the
ridiculous.
$sign. That's the problem. The $, the real AT2.
And the dollar sign is what's important,
Here
right?
goes your boy, Perry. Here goes Sebastian.
Well, Sebastian, what did you think of the reunion?
Oh, he's gonna be a sad
The
story.
reunion was just it was just a reunion. It had no flair, no finesse, no pizzazz, like no
That mean
shade.
it sucked.
It sucked. Like it was just sad. I didn't want to say it sucked that bad because
Y'all ain't coming for my job. I'm telling y'all. If
I'm
I'm
gonna say
flopping
this
next
one-
season, I'm blaming all of y'all.
Look, man, look. Remember,
No,
you
I
used
was
to cover-
dying when Perry came for
you
your
used to cover
headset.
Dallas, right? You used to cover Dallas.
Wait, hold on. Everyone, hold on. Whitney, Heather and Whitney equal Tucker and Hannity.
No, now that is an insult. That is an insult if I ever seen it.
Not Fox
That's not
News.
true. That is not true.
Put a 1 in the chat if Heather and Whitney should go. Like, that's the real question. Put a 1 in the chat if you want them to go. They
How good
useless.
was it when Andy brought up Whitney's husband's like allegation? He's like, "Oh, it's just there." What you mean it's just there? Like,
Yeah.
either been tried or not.
That ass
Did you see
lied.
Whitney's
He
face?
lied about that.
Whitney's went 10 shades whiter. She almost went translucent.
Camilla, hold
Y'all
on, let
can
me
get
look
rid
at
of my
this chat
job.
real
I'm sorry.
quick.
I'm in a
Okay,
fight
wait,
with
what
my
did you
lady.
say, AT2? Put a 1 in the chat if
Okay.
what?
Put a 1 in the chat if Heather and Whitney should go. And then I didn't even give them the 2, but I guess the 2 for Canelo if you're on Team Canelo. But 1 in the chat if you want Heather and Whitney to go.
I want y'all to send him $1.
I'm
That's what he's
looking.
trying to get y'all to do.
Matter of
I'm
fact, can they
looking.
put a 3 in the chat if they want us to kick
No.
Canelo
Oh,
off down?
No, I'm really serious.
Oh,
In
my
all
goodness.
honesty, put a 3 in the chat if y'all want us to kick Canelo off the panel.
There you go, put a 3. I don't see about 7 3s already. It's like Steph Curry out there.
Hey, I'm gonna do a
would be the
follow-up
shade
video and be like, we don't kick Canelo off of Sharrell's
Oh my God!
Oh my
Y'all
God,
a
y'all about to make me have a heart attack.
Okay, let's get serious because some people in the chat really want to hear about the reunion.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Sebastian, back to you. What did you look at this? Look at this. Wait, this is so funny.
I need to calm down.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
no more Canelo
Guys,
jokes.
okay, time out. For those of you guys confused,
Y'all wrong.
Canelo's the one on the bottom, AT2's the one on the top. Just in case.
I think they
Okay.
can tell us apart.
Sebastian, what do you think about Whitney being attacked and then hugging the girls and apologizing to everybody?
Oh,
Everybody.
you mean Lisa. You meant Lisa.
Oh, Lisa is just two-faced and fake. If I want Mary to be there because Mary would have read her for
Yes.
filth. I wanted Mary to be there. I don't like Mary, but I wanted her to be there to read Lisa for filth, for the filth she is. Lisa is
Sebastian,
a page of
is
cards
this Andy
of that
Cohen's
show.
fault?
What did you say, Sharrell?
Is this Andy Cohen's fault?
Yes, this is Andy Cohen's fault.
I want to say something before you finish, Sebastian. It is his fault, but we have to put blame on Mary too. Because
Oh, you're gonna blame Mary. She's just on the show. You
no,
just-
she did not show up to the reunion.
no.
Remember, she came behind the scenes because everybody knew she was going to talk about the code. She was going to be hammered about
Canelo, if you defend Mary one more time, we gotta kick you off the
No,
panel.
no.
I'm not
Come on.
He's coming at Mary right now.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
coming at
defending
her.
Mary. I'm
Mary's
saying
fault.
it's her fault too because she should have been there. Even
It's
if
not
they,
her fault.
even if they was going to talk about her, even though we was going to pile on her because y'all know I was going to drag her, she should have been there. But she did not show up and say, "I want my paycheck and I want it now, cash app to me."
Right.
I mean, what can Andy do if she don't show up? And then she gonna talk about she wasn't fired from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, thinking she was gonna come on season 3. They told her, "No, baby, you didn't show up at the reunion, so your chance was forfeited." So
Yeah, but the
it's
reason
her
why we
fault
get to
too.
blame Andy is Andy production, right? Mary
Right.
just didn't walk on Bravo and just jump on the show.
Mhm.
He let him
Right.
in.
True.
It's,
Right?
it's
His bad
Sharrell's
taste
fault
in
for
character,
interviewing
right?
all her family members and the mailman and all the people in her congregation. It's Sharrell's fault that Mary didn't come. So really, it's Sharrell need to be off the show. Bye, Sharrell. No.
It's not Sharrell's fault. Let me tell you this. If Uncle Ernie and Dan could pick up the phone and call Sharrell, they could have easily, Bravo could have easily got in touch with them.
With them.
And then
So
Mary
Andy Cohen's
coulda
just tripping.
called.
And don't forget, let's not forget, for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, he was going so light on Erika till the public turned and was like, he's scared of
That's
her.
true.
And then he only came through at the reunion.
Mhm.
And it was so. This is Andy Cohen's fault. Does he not want to work anymore? Is he tired of being the producer? What
I
is
think
wrong with Andy
they
Cohen?
should replace him as the reunion host. Like when Nicki Minaj came in and did the Potomac just for like the one part, it was like refreshing. Like don't y'all put a one in the chat if it was refreshing, damn it.
Oh,
But it was
my
like
God.
so refreshing
I got a host.
to have somebody other than Andy host it.
Okay, wait,
It
no.
should be
That's a
Carlos
serious
King.
allegation, AT2. You're saying that Andy Cohen should be fired?
Yes.
No,
And
I'm
they
not
should
saying
get
that.
Carlos King. They
Just
should get
fired
Carlos
from the
King.
reunion. He can still do Watch Whatever Happened. Nobody watches that. But, doing the
watch
reunion show, no, he absolutely should not be doing the reunion.
Right.
Now,
What
I
would you
can-
say put a one in the chat for? Because all these ones are coming up.
Yeah, put a
I
one.
think
See,
they
they put a
leave.
one. I only see
It's
one,
Nicki
two. Oh, that
Minaj.
person. Oh, Diva said two. She got to get blocked. Diva, you.
I'm dead. Wait, Sharrell, don't you feel like Carlos King would do a good job after he did Love and Marriage Huntsville? He really gets to the nitty gritty.
Well, now Andy would definitely be replaced if they put
Oh,
Carlos
you know
King
he
in there.
can't
So
come
they
back,
ain't gonna
to
do that.
Bravo. He can't come back to Bravo after what happened with season 9 of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, the Phaedra fiasco?
Yes,
Yeah.
he cannot come back.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Why is that
What
his fault
happened?
though? How is that
Because-
his
Hey,
fault?
speaking of Love and Marriage Huntsville, it comes on this weekend, guys, and we
I'm gonna
will
have
be
to watch
covering it.
I'm gonna have to
We gotta
watch
be ready
You
for it.
promise this time, Sharrell? Because
I
you
promise.
had me excited.
I promise.
Okay.
We're gonna
I'm
do it
gonna
on
let them
Sundays.
know.
You gonna do it with us, AT2?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
down. I'll
okay.
be watching.
Did you hear? You need to look up Arian Curry and what she's been saying, Sharrell.
I've been following that. Why do they call her
Okay.
coleslaw?
I forgot,
think
but
she's
her
a
mama's
freak.
cabbage. Did you see
Because
Funky
she a
call her
side
mama
piece.
cabbage? Yeah,
Oh.
They
she
call her
cabbage.
mother cabbage?
Yeah.
No, because she's a side piece. That's why they call her coleslaw. Because
Right.
coleslaw go on the side, and she's a side.
Yeah,
And
I
then
remember.
Funky said her mama name is Cabbage, and Cabbage need to get coleslaw together.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm
All
still
right,
trying
we
to catch
gotta
up on the
stick-
prior
hold
season.
on. We gotta come
gotta-
back to Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is
I'm
what I
just
was
gonna
say
take a
about this
couple more
reunion. I
calls.
think it was
Lola,
very boring.
Sebastian, did you guys want to say anything else? Because this was terrible.
Yes, I do want to say something else.
I do too.
Bravo, you guys need to go begging Mary to come back, okay? Y'all need to go begging Mary to come back. She is your show, okay? She's your show. You don't have a Real Housewives in Salt Lake City without Mary. I may not like her, but she is what carries the show. Real Housewives in Salt Lake City, mark my word, it will be on Peacock the next time.
You're right. And bring the
Have you
family on too to question her.
Have you ever thought about this, Sebastian? Why didn't Andy Cohen interview alleged cult members, or at least go to the church and start talking to people? You remember
Exactly.
that girl that said, "You're my best friend"?
Yeah.
And nobody find that
She should have
crazy.
been on the
Nobody
show.
found nothing wrong with that.
Right.
the best
Maybe they should
fashion
get rid of Housewives of Salt Lake City and,
Perry, you
and
come from my
feature
job.
the
One more
church
time, I'm
of
gonna
Salt
burn your
Lake City.
7-Eleven down. Keep it up.
It's
They
gonna
should
go on
feature the
Peacock.
church of Salt Lake City and have Mary.
Why didn't they show up to
in
the
the
church unannounced? They could have showed up to the church unannounced. They could have
Right.
talked to that man waving the fan.
Yeah.
Because why are you waving the fan?
I'm talking about Jerome.
Oh, and she sit up there.
Jerome.
They would have seen some pentagrams and Mary floating. That's what they would have caught. Some black candles.
Oh, look. Oh, someone said something. Wait, this is going so fast. Someone said that Mary would have sued Bravo. She did threaten to sue Bravo, but that was season 1.
Under
that
what
was
grounds?
season one.
She signed a contract to allow them to film her life. It's reality TV. So under what
Exactly.
princess would she be able to sue?
Exactly.
Oh, Funky Dineva coined coleslaw. I didn't know.
Yeah, he
I didn't
did.
know that.
Yeah, that's what I said. And he called.
All
her
right, let
mama
me take a
yesterday
couple
for
more
cabbage.
calls and then we're out because we got a really good show planned for my prime time hour. Really
I
good,
just-
huh? Huh,
last thing I
AT2?
Yes.
What is it
Last
about?
thing I wanted to say was Sharif. It's crazy how composed Sharif is. He will not break a sweat under nothing. That is crazy to me. This guy is a ride or die. He don't care what she did. He said, I knew he answered wrong when he said no. He never questioned her because I felt like everyone was gonna know that's a lie. Because no matter who you've been with for how many years, you're gonna question them. Something like that.
Exactly.
That happened. You're gonna turn to them at one point at night in bed and be like, "Did you really?"
Well,
do this
okay.
shit?
I got a different theory.
I what's your theory?
Now, you can say ride or die, or he can look at the situation and feel like it's making his whole lot easier, right? Because
How so?
when you eventually want to leave a woman, you got to get a divorce.
Okay.
But if she got 40
True.
years,
Oh my God.
Perry, stop. Perry, stop. Perry.
Next caller.
He's gonna have to pay the restitution though. He gets affected by the restitution if she has to pay
Oh
the
my
money back.
God.
But at least he won't be going to jail though. She gonna be doing the time.
Stuart pled guilty.
Yeah.
Stu pled guilty. Jen should be definitely be scared. Stu
Right.
pled
She
guilty.
She is, and that's why that's why it was not needed to question Jen about everything that's going on because Stu already pled guilty. She's the number one target. The FBI and Homeland Security is on her, so it's like why Andy didn't really have to hammer her with questions. We seen it. We know it's out there in the atmosphere. So we
I
just gonna
think
sit back
this,
and eat popcorn.
and this is what worried me about her situation. If you got 5 workers working in the office, plus yourself, and all 5 don't plead guilty, shit, we got a problem.
Not only that, the New York attorney has like a 90-something% conviction rate. Like he always scores. So it's
But
like
this is what I'm saying. Let me wrap it up. I can't take any more callers. I'm gonna wrap it up. This is what I'm thinking. How come Jen Shah didn't play like she was the middleman? Because she just collected the information and then gave it to a company that actually implemented the fraud.
She knew it. They found proof that she knew.
But listen, when you go to a clothing store and you buy a dress, I don't ask you where you're going to wear this dress to. You just buy the dress. So if she's with a company that collects information and someone says we want you to go with the older population, then how is Jen Shah the ringleader?
Okay, but if you're the one that's running this business and you're the one telling people to collect this certain information, then you pass it along to somebody who's gonna do some criminal stuff.
You're saying without Jen's information, there would be no ring.
Okay,
because
I'm basically saying this, right?
Plead insanity, Jen. Plead insanity.
That ain't gonna work.
You got a dealer on the street. He didn't grow it.
Gotcha.
He went and got it from somebody else, but he's still distributing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Look at Kimberly said, "Oh, Sharrell, I know. I had to ask. I had to ask."
But
she's not dumb. She put 2 and 2 together. She's not.
My wife lived a sheltered life.
They wanted this information. She put 2 and 2 together.
But see, this is another side to it. Is also in the documentary. They coined the person that's up in the New York City. They found the ringleader, but they never released the name. Jen was just connected to them. I still believe she knew what was going on, but they were saying that she probably was a part of a bigger ring where she was just like a smaller piece, but they implemented her.
You agree with Inspiration that there is a bigger person in this, and Jen Shah is not ratting him out?
Yeah, because they already it was in the documentary. If you go back and watch the documentary, it's in there. Because there was they had already caught like 2 head guys already, but it was someone else that's at the top and nobody's calling his name. So she's getting caught up because she's not calling them.
In the public eye.
Calling the name, right? And she's in the public eye, and they have been watching her for years. So that's the part that she's not saying. She's still saying she's innocent. She could be, but however, you caught up in this, so you cannot really say you're innocent. Because listen to what I'm saying. She can't be innocent because she's caught up in all of this ring. Had she just came out and said, "I was not a part of this, I did not know," then you could have saved yourself. But you don't put yourself into this. You can't say.
But she didn't put herself into it. The other people that said she knew.
Right.
This will be interesting. We're gonna cover the case. It's gonna be interesting.
Yes.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, I gotta end it here. I just came on to say it was terrible. I feel bad.
Yes, you should.
I just came on to say it's
Don't feel
terrible.
bad.
I never want to see Meredith or Lisa again in my life. This is so bad.
Y'all should feel bad for getting me kicked out of another job because y'all know New York ain't even picked up a camera yet. So what? I'm running out of
What is up
jobs.
with that?
Right.
And
And
I
when
also
you did
want
it,
to say
Camilo,
Andy Cohen
maybe a
step
lot
up
of these
to the
housewives
plate.
need to go.
I want to say Andy Cohen, step up to the plate and fire yourself.
Yes, fire yourself. Fire yourself, Andy.
Hire Nikki. Nikki. Nikki, I'm rooting for you. Hire Nikki Minaj.
Hire somebody else besides
Okay.
Nikki. Find somebody else. They can hire
Nicki
me 'cause I-
Minaj is too harsh for Meredith Brooks.
Yeah.
She would read her
I
for
would let me
film.
get up there because I
Right.
got things for her.
She a
For
cut.
Meredith.
Lisa, she would have
For
Lisa in
Heather.
tears. Nicki Minaj would have Lisa in tears. Anyway, guys, I got to end it here because we are coming back with a really good video next.
Yes.
Last words, Sebastian.
Yes. We have to realize that the Jen Shah thing is kind of very sophisticated because like Homeland Security is involved, and the only reason why Homeland Security is involved is because she obviously her main person of the ringleader is probably someone who's not even living in the United States. It's probably not even an American. She could have ties.
You have
That's
quite an
interesting.
imagination, Sebastian.
No, that was in the documentary. That's true.
Well,
That's
where
in the
do they live,
documentary.
Sebastian? Mexico?
I don't
Italy?
know. She could have ties to, and she could have. You never know. She probably has ties to the Italian mob.
I
or something.
can't.
You
I
don't know.
can't. I
Oh
can't.
wow.
I don't know about that part. I
Oh,
don't know about that.
Teresa.
All right, sound off really quickly, Lola. I got 1 minute.
Okay, sure. So I watched a documentary like Canelo. She definitely is the middleman, but the issue here is that I think is that she not only was selling the information, she knew what they were using the information for, and that's
Yeah.
what she extorted them for more money. Because
Yeah.
if you have something against them, you can ask for more money. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So that's why they're coming at her with the FBI and the
Homeland
HSI.
Security,
They all,
yes.
yeah, they all coming for her, and I do think it is around the world because they do a lot of that scam and stuff like in India and other places. They use them to gather the information and stuff. That's why I think Homeland is involved. Go ahead.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm out of time. We can't get last words. We'll all see you on the next video. We'll be
Yes.
back in an hour. All right, guys. Let's say bye on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.